started. So I'm Krisha. I am from the Reach Initiative. If everybody wants to drop your information over in the chat. Most of us know each other, but there's a few of us that don't. So we'll go through, we'll do just some quick introductions of what's going on and stuff. And then Justin, you can be the last introduction and go on with your tell us your story, man.
All right.
So the biggest thing, this weekend we had the Restorative Justice Summit in Buchanan. I don't think anybody was there except for me and Terry, but we had about 120 people there over 2 days. It was very impactful. Oh, were you supposed to have been there, Aaliyah? You look like, oh, was I supposed to? Yeah, okay.
No. I wanted to go to that, but I was already scheduled for
Okay.
another thing. But when you said 120 people, I was like, whoa, that's a lot of people.
It was, yeah. I mean, it was great. I just I didn't even get to attend any sessions because I had been on the planning committee, and they're like, "Hey, can you go take photos?" So I was in every session, but I did not attend any sessions. But we had Judge Alloy, Michael Alloy, a federal judge, do the opening, and he is just so compassionate and so full of grace to work with people in reentry. Valerie Slater is from youth, I think it's Youth Rise. So she talked about just different issues in reentry and healing and justice afterwards and stuff. So it was a great conference of, I think we had 30 different presenters. We started with an opening circle of acceptance and healing, and then we closed with a smaller one, and then we brought every 120 people back together, and we just kind of did a round robin closing of one word of what you've learned this weekend, and it was very impactful. So it was a good weekend, but so that went off. And then I'll just do a couple of announcements too. We are looking for the Reach. If anybody is interested in having a reentry simulation in this area, please let me know. And then also we have there's 20 of us across the state that are trauma-informed care train the trainers. So we've done a thing with the Gaines Institute in Samsha, so we can offer trauma informed in this reentry setting. So if you would like to have that brought to you for law enforcement, the legal system, any of your employees or any of the organizations you work with that you think that people in reentry that work with those in reentry would like to have a trauma informed care training, it's free. You just got to let me know so we can get a date booked. So that is all I've got. So I'll drop all that information in the chat, and then I will pass it over to Jen. If you want to introduce yourself, and then we can call on somebody else.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Jen. I am the outreach coordinator for the crisis unit with Northwood Health Systems. We are located in the Northern Panhandle. We have 2 crisis units. We have one in Wheeling and one in Weirton, which is Ohio County and Brooke County. We can serve up to 16 clients at each unit, and we're a dual facility, so we can admit for substance use disorder and mental health crises. We can do anything from detox, medication management, if anyone's experiencing acute to severe psychiatric signs and symptoms. Hold on, I'm sorry, I'm getting, oh, and so if you have any referrals or anything, just let me know and we'll get them. Thank you. And I will call on M. Harris.
I'm sorry, I was sending an email out when you said my name. Hi, I'm Mark Harris. I'm the program manager here at the Liberty Center. We're through Peak Living Services. We're located in Charleston. We're a 4-bed facility for individuals who were just now recently released from prison on parole. We serve nonviolent offenders. We do offer beds for individuals with substance abuse, but it's not a requirement. We've been open since 2005. We have a 98% success rate in individuals not going back to prison. We just recently we had a little issue with a bar. We got that situated where we're not on the list. We're not a substance abuse facility. We're strictly transitional housing for individuals. That's pretty much it for our program. If anybody has any questions, I'll put my information in the chat.
Thank you for being on last week's call. That was pretty intense.
It really was, wasn't it?
It was. I was like, I need popcorn for this.
Yeah, it was.
All right, Mark, if you want to pass it off to somebody else.
I'll pass it on to Bonnie.
Hello, everybody. My name is Bonnie Copenhaver. I'm the president of New River Community and Technical College, and I have been unable to attend the past several meetings, so I'm glad to finally have a schedule that lets me back in and participating. New River is open to helping anybody's organization if you have clients that need training of any kind. We can do specialized training at a facility for a group of people. We can help get them into credit or non-credit programs that we have. Just need to reach out and let me know, and I can make sure the right people get there. I've got my cell phone and my email in the chat. And I would be interested in talking about whether or not we could do a reentry simulation here at New River. That would be, yeah, so if you want to holler at me, then we can talk about that.
Yes, and I worked for, today actually would have been my 14-year anniversary at a community and technical college. So thank you for being here as a president. That I love that you were here and actively involved. So I will send you an email with the trauma-informed care, because I think that would be great for some of your staff and your faculty.
Yes.
Speaking from my experience, that I think that would have been great to have. And
I would agree. Yes.
About the reentry simulations too. So
Perfect.
I will take care of
Thank you.
you. And if you want to pass it on to somebody else.
Let's see. Let's do Justin.
Okay. Do you still want me to go last, or just step on in?
Yeah, let's call on somebody else and we'll have to save you for last there, Justin.
Okay. I'll do Jacqueline.
Jacqueline Taylor, a case manager for Raleigh County Day Report. I know I'm going to be presenting next month, so I'm not going to go too far into detail as far as what we do. But if you guys have any questions in the meantime, my information's in the chat. So let's go deep in and let's do Erica.
Hello, are you able to hear me? Okay, my name is Erica Jones. I'm the Reentry Affairs Coordinator at FCI Beckley. Everything is going normal here at the prison. As usual, if anyone is interested in volunteering to help any of the inmates with any programming, I've listed my contact information in the chat. Thank you.
And Leah, you want to go?
Sure, I can go. My name is Leah Tanner. I'm from Disability Rights West Virginia. I am what's called the CAP advocate and PABS advocate. CAP is specifically for people who are getting services, employment services through DRS. We are a disability rights advocacy group. You guys might have seen our name mentioned a few times with the foster care lawsuit that's going on. I did put my contact information as well as our website in the chat, and I would recommend anybody having any kind of issue related to disability to check out our website. We have a lot of resources for self-advocacy on there, but also we have contact information and everything else as far as if someone needs assistance. And I do not know who has went and who has not went. Has Hey Mitchell went yet?
Hello. Yes, this is David Mitchell, Executive Director with Peak Living Services here in Charleston. And just wanted to say thank you for this call. I know that Mark Harris is on from the Liberty Center as well. One thing that we've got coming up in later this summer is a stand down event for veterans. We don't have anything directly related to the reentry program right now, but Mark will touch base on our current events there at Liberty Center. So thank you and happy Monday, everyone.
Let's see, how about Keith?
Good morning, guys. This is Keith Bowling with Aetna Better Health of West Virginia. We're one of the Medicaid providers for the state. So as I often say, I like to set in on the calls just to see what's going on in different regions. And as always, if you guys encounter individuals that have recently come out of incarceration and they think they qualify for Medicaid services, then I can always share with them the process that they need to go through to see if they qualify, and then can talk to them about our specific value-added benefits and things that they would have available to them if they choose Aetna Better Health as their provider.
Thank you, Keith. I was actually just talking with someone over the weekend. Do you still do the crock pot program and any of the cooking classes or anything?
I'm not familiar with that, Krisha, but I'm sure that if they're a member of ours, if they contact, flip their card over and contact member services, they can get them connected with case management, and they can share with them anything that they have available to them at that point.
Okay. Yeah, I had, when I ran the food pantry on campus, I worked with an Aetna representative in Kentucky, and it was a fantastic program that they could get a free crock pot and some cooking classes and stuff. So. Right. Diane.
Hi, everybody. This is Diane Landy with the Women, Infants, Children WIC program. I was with Raleigh County reentry program at the onset. It's been quite a few years since I've had time to attend one of these meetings. I thought I would pop in today. I have attended a couple of your reentry simulations in a couple of different counties. WIC is the Special Supplemental Food and Nutrition Program for pregnant women, postpartum women, infants, and children, of course. And we, it's very easy for if you're reentering, if you're in prison, to receive WIC benefits. We have never denied anyone. Who just because they're in prison. So just want to put it out there that in your reentry simulations, you might want to just have one that's very positive and easy, like WIC. I know, people are going crazy typically when they attend those, and you're very stressed out by the time you finish, trying to get this and that and this and that. But I highly suggest that. So anyway, good to be here today, and once again, be with Raleigh County here with this focus. Thank you.
Thank you. And yes, it is, we have incorporated baby dolls now with the simulation so that they have to carry their child along with them. And unfortunately, our last simulation, those poor babies ended up with CPS numerous times, and it was sad. So, let's see, Emma.
Good Morning, everyone. I'm Emma Rexroad with Unicare. We are a Medicaid managed care in West Virginia CHIP program. I'm happy to be here this morning.
Thank you, ma'am. Erica?
I went already.
Okay. And then Angela, have you?
I have not.
Okay.
I'm Angela Norman. I'm the clinic director at Beckley Comprehensive Treatment Center, which is a medication-assisted opioid use disorder treatment program in Beaver.
All right. Terry, I see you're there, but I don't know if you're there or are you? My counterpart is here somewhere, but we jumped off one call and straight into this. Oh, there you are.
The reentry council, it's Dominique. That's me logged in on that.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. You want to introduce yourself, ma'am?
Sure. I'm Dominique Marcus. I'm the director with Another Chance Harm Reduction and Outreach. And we are in the beginning stages of developing and becoming our 501c3. We're going to try to hit everywhere from things such as like self-harm with preteens and teens, all the way up to, suicide prevention, and then harm reduction in any form, and then outreach to the community, to the underserved individuals within our community. And I guess now I am chair of Raleigh County Reentry Councils. So if anyone in Raleigh County needs anything, my information is in the chat. You're welcome to reach out to me at any time. And now I guess it's Justin.
Yep. So sorry, Dominique, I did not mean to overrun your chair responsibilities and duties. I thought that was Terry there instead of you. So my apologies, ma'am.
It's okay.
All right. Justin, do you need share screen or anything like that for a presentation?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Absolutely.
All right, I'll make you co-host.
Okay. Some reason I'm muted. Come on. Can you hear me? All right. And can you see my presentation there? All right. All right. Well, thank you. My name is Justin Rogers. I'm the Beckley Program Director here with Seed Sower. I see our NAR Level 2 house, which we'll go into some of that. Also direct our recovery community organization. I help with transportation. We have a mobile unit. We have all sorts of things going on. Before I dive in, I just want to say Happy Father's Day to everybody. My kids blessed me with this really cool wrestling shirt I had to show everybody today. So, and hi, Miss Bonnie, Dr. Copenhaver. I am a New River alum who graduated from New River this past spring. So it's really cool seeing you on here. So just to dive in with Seed Sower.
And we're proud to have you as a graduate.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. So substance use 101. Of course, we're sober living. We have multiple things going on, but here's some things by the numbers. And I'm sure, we see these numbers all the time, but there's a few things that really stick out to me that I always want to bring up. Of course, first and foremost, losing way too many people, 112,000 overdose deaths in 2023. But right below that, you see West Virginia is less than 1% of the U.S. population, but we are over 11% of the overdose deaths. And that's a statistic that we share often, but something that we are always trying to help there. It just blows my mind that to be that low, and as the U.S. population, we are that high with overdose deaths. Of course, the 28 years, that is a representation. It's the average career for someone in active addiction is 28 years, and it takes 4 to 8 attempts typically, or statistically, and to go to treatment to get that sobriety time under their belt there. And of course, the last one of those, 75% will remain full-time with full-time employment. So right below that, you see this says there is hope. More than half of adults who attempt recovery will sustain it. I absolutely believe that. Okay, a little bit about Seed Sower. Our mission is to provide safe, supportive housing, recovery support services, and transportation for adults in active recovery from substance use disorder. Our vision is to empower the development of ecosystems of sustained holistic substance use disorder recovery across West Virginia and the region. And a little bit about that recovery ecosystem. You'll see some of how that is framework here in the next one. But these are the steps of the phases of it. Of course, the community aspect of it. Stakeholders take pride in reuniting families. That's huge. I mean, we're always it's inspirational to see someone reunited with their family. Those stories right there keep the log on the fire for me. But to have organizations step in and actually help with that, I mean, as a person in long-term recovery, that just speaks. I can't speak enough on that. The diversion from punishment to connection and rehabilitation from with full criminal justice support. I can't express how important and how much it meant to me when I stepped out from probation, and to have my probation officer, speak highly of me after he see me go through the mill, if you will. So yeah, just that connection there. Of course, the treatment aspect, support, peer support, and mentorship builds relationships while instilling camaraderie and a lived experience, right? Experience is the best teacher, and have someone who's walked that path with you is huge. I really wish we had peer support when I started my journey. I feel that's a true game changer, and it's something we're seeing mold more and more every day. Of course, the employment aspect, vocational training and aggressive social enterprise create the recovery capital and meaningful employment critical to long-term recovery. And you'll notice, I mean, people who's going through the VAR certification, the RET Cap or Recovery Capitals platforms, those are becoming, if not already, free to anyone who's VAR certified. So I encourage you to dive into that and focus on building one's recovery capital. And it's really cool to actually see graphs and proof of someone's journey as you're working with them. And of course, that last one there's proof. And so here is just the phases and the pieces that bring the recovery ecosystem together. And I'm sure we have, and as I heard, we have many people as part of all these sectors here. So we'll just go forward. So on your right, this is our two NAR level 3 houses. And on the left, that's our two NAR level 3 houses. And on the right is Fruits of Labor. So our residents, they go through an American Coal-Ready certified program that's at Fruits of Labor. They get 12 weeks of training. Of course, they get the certifications. It's a recovery-friendly environment. It's on-site peer support. The RCO that I serve is actually on the 3rd floor of Fruits of Labor. And if you're ever in downtown Beckley, Tuesday through Friday, stop in for lunch. The pizzeria and the cafe is absolutely amazing food. We also talk a lot about CHIME. I encourage anyone to screenshot this if you don't know what CHIME is or ever heard of CHIME, but CHIME stands for Connectedness, Hope, Identity, Meaning, and Empowerment. Connectedness, peer support and social groups, relationships, support from others, and community. That's a theme we see here, community. You'll see that along the whole thing. Hope and optimism, belief in recovery, motivation to change, hope-inspiring relationships, positive thinking and valuing effort, having dreams and aspirations. Identity, rebuilding positive sense of identity. That's huge. I don't know how many times I've seen someone that, just don't feel themselves at all. And to see them grow and build, whether it be through the RCO or CISO or other programs we're connected with, and that's just, it's phenomenal. It's a true blessing to be able to witness that. And overcoming stigma. That's something we face in our field, as many of you know, on a daily basis. And we do everything that we can in our part to try to overcome that. Meaning and mental health experience, meaningful life and social roles, meaningful life and social goals, and empowerment, personal responsibility, control over life, and focusing upon strengths. Now, we always want to focus on strengths, but we're also trying to, and with Recovery Capital, you'll notice we also focus on barriers and unmet needs. So here, the village is in Dawson, is our Greenbrier County location. It's in our level 3 residence. It's 8 to 12 months. It's a peer-led social model. We have 24/7 peer support on staff there. And the other location is in Montgomery. We call that the Manor. Now that one is a PPW program. That's for parent and pregnant and parenting women up to 18 months. Of course, they can have children up to 4 years old there as well too. It's including up to 6 month postpartum, and it's also a peer-led social model. Like I said, these are our NAR level 3 homes. And then we have the villa. And the villa is located in Beckley, West Virginia. Now, this is for graduates and our phase 3 residents. There's 12 beds here. It's in our level 3 graduates. Like I said, and we also implemented the phase 3 portion of it as well too. Independent living, there's peer support through the RCO there, and they can stay up here to 4 years after completing the other 2 homes. We've seen a request that jumping into a graduate house straight over program, and once again from lived experience, it's a bit much. And so that's why we implemented moving our phase 3 residents out of the NAR level 3 homes here to have that smooth transition with some support, with peer support on staff, with other staff there, still with programming. They get more freedoms they would in the NAR level 3 house, but they still have that support with in case that does become too much. We can be there to help individuals. I tell people all the time, it's not jumping into the skillet. You're literally jumping back into the fire. Things that you thought you overcome or obstacles that you thought would never pop up again, they will. And they still do in my recovery journey. So these other 2 locations, this one here, the commercial house, it was the first seed sower house. It's really a blessing to see where we are today. That was supposed to be just a little 4-bedroom home. The closest that ever came to having 4 bedrooms there in that little house in Dawson was they put tape on the floor, was measuring out bed sizes and you know the room sizes and how many people's gonna fit and where, and then boom, it flew into what it is today. Dawson became the first big residence, the village there, and then the manor, and then RCO right behind it. And of course, the coffee shop with the sign says The Well. The Well is the name of our recovery community organization. Once again, we're located downtown Beckley inside the same building as Fruits of Labor. And if you go to where the coffee shop and the pizzeria is, those stairs leading up is where our RCO is. Our RCO hosts a slew of meetings throughout the week. Monday through Thursday, we have NA meetings. We actually have an all pathways meeting Wednesday at 10:30 through the day. And last month, we are glad to host that we started hosting an AA meeting on Saturday, which was a huge request. If anyone has any other pathways and knows anyone who would like to start a meeting, we have space and we encourage all pathways to recovery. Like to have Celebrate Recovery, Al-Anon, anything else to come in-house to help our community. This was part of the little flyer, the poster board that was on the front of the door there for the will. Transportation. So it's one of our newest components. We've had it for a few months now, but transportation is still one of the biggest barriers. And it's something that we try to overcome constantly. And so now that we are able to provide transportation, we've become a motive care provider, but treatment is priority, is absolute priority. So if someone calls, and of course our contact information is right here, and I'll leave my personal contact information into the chat. If you know someone who needs to get the treatment, whether it be from their house or from a detox facility, or if they're leaving one of your facilities going to another one, we want to be there to assist that. You know, right now we have a fleet of 10 vehicles. If you ever see the little white Mitsubishi running around, says seats are on the side, that's us. Okay, so just a few other little seed sower statistics, and I know I'm blowing through this here, but we've received 475 applications. We've had 50 admissions. The current average length of stay is 188 days. So safe nights provided, that's without incident, without someone being hurt in the house or anything like that happening, is over 9,000 nights. Miles on the road, and of course transportation beefed that up a little bit, but not as much as you would think. But we have over 500,000 safe miles traveled. And of course, that little house with only 4 beds has grown into 21 job opportunities with Seed Sower. These numbers have started since January of 2021. I'm sorry, November of 2021. So here's just a picture, and of course we can't put everybody on here. We would love to, but here's just some of our friends and partners. I'm sure some of you are from these organizations, and we speak frequently about things. And but yes, we'd love to put everybody on here. But just a brief description of a few of our partners we've built over the last several years. And QR code to our newsletter, our monthly newsletter. Definitely encourage you to see what's going on, not only with CSER, but with the community. And that's what this is about. I noticed since, I've worked in the recovery field for the last 6 years, it seems like there's times where people are jockeying for a piece of the pie. I'm a firm believer that if we work together, we can create a bigger pie. There's more than enough people dying out here, friends and family that are afflicted by SUD, to help. So I think connecting this community, once again, that theme again, is huge. So I definitely encourage to sign up for this newsletter with Seats Over. And if you have one, please put that information in the chat. I would love to sign up for your newsletter so I can get connected with your organization and help support in any way we can. And Jay Phillips, this is his contact information. He's our executive director. If you like to seek any other information or if we can help support in any other way, feel free to reach out to him at any given time. And once again, like I said, my name is Justin, and I would love to connect in any way, shape, or form that we can as well. And that is what I have today. Does anybody have any questions? Before I ask questions, or anybody has any questions, Dr. Copenhaver, if you ever decide to do that reentry simulation, I will love to be a part of that. And any support we can do for that, that's huge. I think those are a necessity.
Absolutely. I'll let you know.
Yes, ma'am. I know that was kind of quick, but does anybody have any questions or any feedback? It's quiet as a church house mouse.
I thank you for sharing everything, and I still want to come eat at Fruits of Labor. I mean, they keep popping up on my radar, and we've tried to schedule things there, and it's wound up at different places. So, yeah, I definitely want to come eat there. And then
come on in, the water's fine.
It's amazing. It is amazing food.
Okay. And then Jay had presented at what do we do? Oh, it was a workshop training for about Appalachian Regional Commission grant. So he had talked about his experience with writing the grants and things like that. So
one component I didn't get to mention, I think I mentioned it briefly, is so in May we launched our mobile unit. Now that grant will cover 10 counties of Southern West Virginia. Currently we're active in Greenbrier, Raleigh, and Fayette. But definitely are branching out into other counties. And that's huge too. If there's a need or you see an area that that needs someone to pop up with some supplies, hygiene, first aid, some harm reduction things. We even have some food and small clothing items, socks and things like that, if you will. But yeah, let me know. Please reach out, and I love to send our mobile unit down in that direction to help support those small communities. West Virginia is so far apart. So if you don't have transportation, like it's hard to get to anything. So definitely, if we can assist in any way, don't hesitate.
Justin, this is Dominique. I just had a question. So you had mentioned a few things with the mobile unit that you guys are doing. What all does your mobile unit entail? Like what all do you cover with that for the rural communities?
So of course there's peer support. Our mobile unit is headed by our outreach coordinator, Mike Bone, if anybody's familiar with Mr. Mike. So outside of the peer support assistance, if someone's ready to get to treatment, we'll pack up and take them immediately right then and there. Treatment is always our priority. On the mobile unit, we have products such as, like I said, hygiene products, first aid. We try to keep as much as first aid and hygiene as we possibly can. There are some food items, which we're always looking for donations for food to give out there. And then some clothing and stuff. Socks is the biggest thing, I think. That's our biggest request, actually. So, yeah. We try to partner with any other entities in those communities too. Each community is different, right? So what someone might need in Mullins might be completely different from Welch or Meadow Bridge or something. So yeah, any stakeholders in that community to help us connect to, their resources. That's what we want to do. We want to help build that community. If they have mental health services in Wyoming County, we want to make sure that the people can get to those services closest to their area. It'd be kind of counterintuitive to try to get them connected with someone in Raleigh County if they have no transportation, right? Or if the transportation is not reliable, or if we can't get motive care quick enough for him, or whatever the case would be. So definitely connecting with those communities. That mobile unit that's his one of his biggest goals, outside of trying to reach the people at need.
How many residents do you have in your Montgomery location right now? Do you know?
I'm not for sure how many we have in house. I think we have a full house and we have 16 beds there, but that does include children.
Right. I know, I talked with Jay about a month ago and made sure there were WIC materials there, which are so very important at that location, especially. Do you know if they're going into Kanawha County from that home? Or if they're attending, if they're going to the Fayette County Clinic?
I believe the Fayette County Clinic. We tend to stay more on the Fayette County side. And I think it's just for accessibility purposes. A lot of our residents in that particular house are on this side of the river, if you will. So I believe Fayette County. Don't quote me on that, though.
All righty. Thank you.
Any other questions? Feel free, please.
No other questions for Justin? All right. Thank you, Justin, so much for presenting and kind of doing it last minute too. I know I asked you last week and it was kind of last minute, but I wanted to make sure to try to get at least the schedule for the rest of the year filled up. And I really appreciate you jumping on that.
Absolutely.
If anybody else would be interested in doing a presentation 1 month, I think I need July. Jacqueline with Day Report is August, and then September I have someone, but the rest of the year is empty. So if anyone would like to do a presentation, tell us a little bit about your organization, please let me know. I'll put my number in the chat again because I think it's kind of far up there now.
Dominique, New River will do October.
October? Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm sure to write that down so I don't forget.
If you want Peak Living Services to do anything, we could do something later as well.
Okay, that would be great. That would be great. Would it be okay if I put you down for November?
Sounds good, yeah.
Okay. This is great.
And disability rights, I could probably do one. Did you say you needed one in July?
I need one for July, yes.
Okay, let me find when the meeting is in July, and I'll go and tell you whether I can do July or not.
That would be amazing.
Well, and if not, you can do August, I can switch.
Yeah.
Okay, so Raleigh, Fayette. I am Raleigh Community Reentry Council.
July 15th or August 19th.
I can do July 15th. I'll go ahead and put it on my calendar right now.
Thank you guys so much. Like I was kind of stressing about it. But I didn't want to wait until last minute, like a week before the meeting and then be all scattered trying to get people to sign up. Well, thank you guys so much. You got it through all the way to December. So that's great. I really appreciate it.
So, all right. I got you down for July 15th at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Awesome. Disability Rights, West Virginia, correct? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, does anybody have anything else that they would like to share? Anything else they'd like to get out there? Are there any events coming up? Oh, sorry.
That's what I was gonna say. I'll just throw it out there for you guys. Raleigh County Day Report's doing a picnic at Little Beaver State Park. It's gonna be June the 28th from 11 to 2. So you guys are more than welcome to come. It's gonna be a bunch of our participants. We actually have some of our graduates are coming in for it as well. So if anybody's interested in coming, you guys are more than welcome. We'll have plenty of food and we'll have games and stuff and we'll just be there. So
That's great. You said the 28th, what was the time?
yeah, 28th from 11 to 2 because our participants usually leave around 2. But and we also have a DNR officer that has graciously let them know that we have a pass for the day at Little Beaver State Park. Nobody has to have a license to fish that day. So
Oh, all right. Anybody have anything else? Hopefully next month I'll have a couple of events to announce, but all right. Well, I guess that's going to conclude our meeting for June. The next meeting will be July 15th, and we are going to have Disability Rights West Virginia presenting. And if anybody needs anything between now and then, you can always reach out to me.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and welcome to your new position. And I appreciate you being here. So,
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me.
you're welcome. All right, everyone, stay cool, literally, because it's going to be a scorcher of a week. So,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.